I think everyone knows what this is, right? This is a Harbor Freight Anvil. It's the only one they have that is actually cast steel and not cast iron. Claim 80% rebound. We're gonna see about that. Much bigger than I expected, honestly.
Can you see the 10 if I do this?
You cannot see the 10, but you can see the 8, okay? Hey, I think that actually made it to 8. 10, it should go to 8. That's pretty thick and close. Not quite the same, not surprising. Nearly as good, but in the center part. Decent. I mean, it's not the worst base I've ever seen. I've never actually seen the bottom of an anvil, I suppose, but it looks flat. Even with my incredibly limited knowledge of anvils, I know that this needs to be rounded over. Surprisingly smooth. It's probably like a 150 grit finish at least. It's pretty good, actually. A couple defects there in the horn. A couple grinder marks. Let me show you what I was working with before. Weighs like 20 pounds maybe? So going from that to this is a big upgrade for me. 65 pounds over 20 pounds. Steel that is probably not hardened particularly, but it's at least steel. I like the plate. It actually looks decent, which is surprising for Harbor Freight. It seems to be not that bad. That's my mounting log. It weighs 1,000,000 pounds. The very big white oak log, it's actually right before the fork, so it has two piths. Moving that on the concrete. Cut it flush in the bottom. Probably gonna have to make it the right height. So I watched a video from Essential Craftsman, who I guess he seems to be very knowledgeable on a lot of different things. The way he mounted his vise, or not his vise, his anvil, I can't do that right now. I have these turnbuckles. I like the way he did it. I liked it a lot. I just can't do it right now. Use these, at least for now. If it doesn't work, I'll switch and go to what he did. Anvil is 6 3/4 high. 25 inches high. Supposedly, this is what Central Craftsman said. The top of the anvil should be the height of your knuckles at a resting position. So that's right about there, which is 29.5. I must be short. So we're at 31.5. So that's 2 inches too high. That's gross. That's really gross. The wood's actually fine though. I don't have a hatchet down here, which is most unfortunate, but I can just use this hammer to go knock off some of this dirt and loose stuff that I don't want on there. I may be wrong. I'm never wrong. Cut off a cookie here and then cut off the bottom. Apparently I lost all of my skill with the chainsaw entirely. I don't even know exactly how that happened. Yeah. Now we're gonna use some tricks that are a trick that I again stole from Central Craftsman. This looks a lot better. Bar is not long enough to actually use the entire guide at once, but if I just go from both sides, I think I can get a lot of it nice and flat. Fairly stable. I don't know. What do you think? That side or the other side? Kind of like this side. I'm gonna do this side. Okay. Oh, that's super solid there. Nice. I'm gonna have my forge right here. So this is gonna be the forge. I'm thinking of building a lean-to above this right here. Forge, and then my tongue's in the left hand, so you go this way. Bang, bang, bang. That's nice. Right there. Pull on the anvil and it moves the log. You're doing good. Oh yeah. That rebound? Look at that. Isn't that crazy? And because I have watched several videos on anvils, I think I know what I'm talking about now. And this radius is very, very small radius on the corners. It's basically just, they took an anvil grinder and went boom, just like that. Just that fast. Boom. That's all I did. I watched one video, rounded it over a little bit, and then he started working with it, and then he rounded it over again more. That makes sense, but he did it evenly across the entire thing. Makes sense to me. That's what I would have done. But I watched another video where he said it's a good idea to have a big radius getting down to a smaller radius. And that makes a lot of sense to me, because then you can kind of choose your radius. So then if you're making a bend over the corner, then you can choose how sharp it's going to be on the inside. That makes a lot of sense. I'm going to try to do that too. It looks better, I think. Not very smooth because it's just a grinding wheel. Be very perceptive. You may have noticed that the doil is on this side and not this side, which is where everyone's going to see it, and I'm going to see it. I don't really care. I wanted the horn on the left side. I don't know why. I just kind of felt like that it should be there, and I put it there. So that's fine, and it's going to be good. And we're going to see if I make those tongs so I can hold a piece of steel I'm going to make the Bowie knife out of. About 6 months later, when I started this Anvil review, it's rusted several times. I've sanded it several times. We've gotten it cleaned up. I've used it a ton. I still like it. It is not loosened up from the stump that I put it on. So we're going to actually do some... Actually, we don't need to do forging. You've already seen forging, so we're just going to talk about it, I guess. I can't really find a problem with it. The rebound, I don't know if I filmed that either and put it in here, but 80% rebound, it was at least 80%. I think closer to 85 actually on the stump, which is pretty sweet. I mean, some of those really, really good anvils get up to like 95% rebound, but on one this small, I don't think you can really ask for that. It's obviously gotten a lot of use since the last time you saw it. It's gotten a lot of burn marks in the paint. The paint, obviously, I'm not super in love with that. It would probably look better if it was just steel, but it's okay, just that. It's fine. Paint does protect it from rusting, so I'll give them that. It does help with that, and it doesn't actually hurt you. It just doesn't look as professional that way, or as old, which would be nice if it looked a little bit older. There are a couple dents in it, but you definitely do not need to be worried about it being soft, because it totally destroyed the face of one of my hammers when I was trying to tap down the corner. So don't do that. If you're looking for an anvil, buy this one. Couple dents. Don't hit it with the hammer when you're trying to forge. It's a really good idea not to do that. I am no expert, but I have used it a lot and have found no problems with it. So go buy yourself a Harbor Freight anvil. So with that, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you felt like I gave you any useful information, and I will see you in the next one.